Explaining football to the friend who's just there for the nachos? Hard. Tailgating from home like a pro with snacks and drinks everyone will love? An easy win. And with Instacart helping deliver the snack time MVPs to your door, you're ready for the game in as fast as 30 minutes. So you never miss a play or lose your seat on the couch or have to go head-to-head for the last chicken wing. Shop game day faves on Instacart and enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 grocery orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Other fees and terms apply.
On today's Smart 7, Iran strikes back at Israel, Tim Walz and JD Vance go head-to-head, and much more. It's Wednesday, 2nd of October. It's Pumpkin Seed Day, and happy birthday, Sting.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Iran struck back at Israel on Tuesday, launching waves of ballistic missiles at targets across the country. Almost 200 missiles were launched, but almost all appear to have been intercepted, and no casualties were reported as the US military and Israel's air defense systems worked together to combat the strikes. Iran claimed the strikes were legal, rational and legitimate after an Israeli invasion of Lebanon and the killing of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer condemned the attack on Tuesday evening.
It cannot be tolerated. We stand with Israel and we recognise her right to self-defence. In the face of this aggression, Iran must stop these attacks, together with its proxies like Hezbollah. Iran has menaced the Middle East for far too long.
UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres says the region has had enough of escalation after escalation and that we absolutely need a ceasefire. However, Israel appears determined to retaliate as PM Netanyahu called a full meeting of the war cabinet, and Israeli ambassador to the UN Danny Danon says there's no question of a ceasefire at this time.
I can tell you one thing, we will retaliate, it will be painful, we will not sit idly by when a state is attacking, a terror state like Iran is attacking our civilians.
Tuesday saw day 3 of the Tory conference, and for once it wasn't Kemi Badenoch making the headlines. This time it was the turn of fellow leadership candidate Robert Jenrick, who found himself under fire over an extraordinary comment he made in a video touting his campaign. He suggested that British special forces are killing terrorist suspects rather than have them released by the European Court of Human Rights. He defended the remarks on Tuesday. Former Security Minister and campaign rival Tom Tugendhat took a very dim view of Jenrick's remarks.
I spoke to a recently retired Director of Special Forces this morning, and I can just tell you, a lot of people are extremely disappointed with the suggestions that they may be acting in ways that are not compatible with the values and standards of the British Armed Forces. That would be a terrible suggestion to make.
It wasn't the only Jenrick shock on Tuesday, as he also confirmed that his daughter's middle name is Thatcher. James Cleverly has been trying to establish himself as the smarter candidate in the four-way contest, but his claim that China should be paying for Peppa Pig as part of a discussion on the licence fee won't have helped that case. He says that whoever wins the leadership battle, the party has to change.
We've got to recognise that when we make promises but fail to deliver those promises, that angers and disappoints the British people, and that's part of the reason why we were booted out of government. Doing that again is not a good move. So let's make fewer promises that we actually mean and then deliver on all our promises.
Early Wednesday morning saw the first and only US vice presidential debate. Democrat and Governor of Minnesota Tim Walz took on Donald Trump's running mate, Senator JD Vance. The two sparred over 90 minutes discussing the Middle East, abortion rights, immigration and the economy. JD Vance got annoyed at one point when he was fact-checked over claims about migrants in the town of Springfield, but he delivered a polished performance. Polling by CNN amongst debate watchers saw Vance win 51-49. Walz put Vance under pressure a number of times, including when it came to Trump's election denialism over 2020.
Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
Russia shows no sign of relenting in its war on Ukraine as President Putin announced that a further 133,000 troops would be drafted this winter, while there's been a 30% increase in Russia's military budget. Ukrainian President Zelensky has been warning that the situation on the ground is difficult as Russian troops continue to push forward in Donetsk, aiming to make gains before the winter sets in. Tuesday saw a change of leadership at NATO as former Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg officially handed over the reins to new NATO chief Mark Rutte. He called for continued solidarity from alliance members and sought to calm concerns about Putin's threats on nuclear weapons.
We do not see any imminent threat of nuclear weapons being used. And that's what I want to say about this at this moment. Because let him talk about his nuclear arsenal. He wants us also to discuss his nuclear arsenal. And I think we shouldn't.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Man City get back to winning ways and Nicole Kidman is eyeing up the intern. Right after this.
To everyone else, this is a task. But to you, this is opportunity.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get the Coach Prime Moto G5G for $29.99 at boostmobile.com. The Boost Mobile network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. Moto G5G for $29.99 when you switch with a new Unlimited Plus or Unlimited Premium plan activation. Online only. Taxes extra. All prices, fees, features, functionality, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit boostmobile.com for details.
Welcome back. Tuesday night saw 9 games in the Champions League and 1 game in the Carabao Cup. Newcastle faced League Two side Wimbledon in a rescheduled game after flooding caused a hole in the pitch at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. The game finished 1-0 to Newcastle, who will meet Chelsea in the next round. Arsenal and Man City were in Champions League action, with Pep's side in Slovakia to face Slovan Bratislava. Arsenal were at home to French champions PSG and had a comfortable 2-0 win, while Man City won 4-0 on the road. Pep was happy to see his team back to winning ways in Europe.
You have to do our job, we did it, and the group of players are fantastic. So, yeah, we play a good game, a lot of chances, and, yeah, the first 3 points of the competition.
This Thursday sees Season 3 of Heartstopper drop, the teen love story starring Kit O'Connor and Joe Locke. The coming-of-age and coming-out tale has been a huge hit for Netflix, and its stars are getting plenty of work. Joe is getting rave reviews for his work in Marvel show Agatha All Along, while Kit stars in animated movie Wild Robot and has also been doing some Broadway stage work. He told Jimmy Fallon about his experience playing opposite Rachel Zegler in an interactive audience version of Romeo and Juliet.
I was like end of a massive fight. I'm sort of there panting, like not sure what to do. And then I just hear like, Romeo, walk away. And I was, my immediate thought was just like, wow, she's really in it.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's not a term we hear much these days, but there's a brand new erotic thriller on the way starring Nicole Kidman. It's called Baby Girl, and it's written and directed by Helena Rhine, who also directed Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Kidman plays a high-powered CEO who becomes fascinated with handsome intern Harris Dickinson. It evolves into a story about power and control, with plenty of sexual tension. Nicole Kidman won Best Actress at the Venice Film Festival for her performance, and it hits cinemas in December.
Being a CEO means being a collaborator and a nurturer. How'd you get that dog to calm down?
I gave it a cookie.
You always have cookies on you.
Why do you want one? I think you like to be told what to do.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
To everyone else, this is a task. But to you, it's a launch pad. You're a starting block. This ain't a desk. This is opportunity.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get the Coach Prime Moto G5G on us at your local Boost retailer. Moto G5G on us when you switch with ID verification and new Unlimited Plus or Unlimited Premium plan activation. Taxes extra. All prices, fees, features, functionality, and offers are subject to change without notice. See participating dealers for details.